Hey everybody, welcome to Creations for Cures YouTube channel. Today we are going to be making rain sticks. I've got some supplies in front of me. I will explain them all and then we'll jump right in. First things first is glue. I like to use hot glue, so I've got that. We will need 2 rubber bands, a paper towel roll if you have it. I actually don't have paper towels, so I'm going to be using a toilet roll. Should work just as well. You can even maybe tape 2 toilet paper rolls together to make it longer. Scissors, some tin foil. I've got some rice and some corn kernels in here. A few beads to decorate my rain stick with, as well as paint and a paintbrush. And then just a couple pieces of paper to wrap around the tube. We will dive right in. All right, so before I dive into making the rain stick with you, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what rain sticks are and how they're used and why we use them. So there's many cultures that make rain sticks. Very notably Native Americans, different tribes, they would create rain sticks out of materials they found in the wild, and then they would use them for kind of rituals to bring rain for harvest, for crops, to basically help things grow so that they could then feed their families and their tribes. I love to garden. I was playing in the garden all morning, and I will be making my rain stick because here in Portland, we haven't had a lot of rain recently, and we typically do get a lot of rain in the springtime. We want to go ahead and make a rain stick to bring rain for not only our gardens and our flowers, but also to allow for rain to carry us through the dry fire season. Last year we had some really bad fires. At my house, we were about 6 miles away from the fires. So we just want to make sure that we get enough rain to kind of wet the lands and get us through that fire season. So first thing we are going to do is take our tube and a piece of paper, could be any kind of paper, and then we're gonna draw a circle around the tube, just a little bit wider than the tube itself, because basically we're gonna create a cap for that end of the rain stick. And I'll cut that circle out. Doesn't have to be perfect. My circle is not the greatest. And then once we have that kind of circle shape, we will kind of cut out some spokes so that this can kind of wrap around the end and not get crinkled so much. So I'm just going to hold it on top here to kind of cut a couple little, probably 4, one on each side, spokes out. And then we're just gonna fold them down. And then we are gonna take our rubber band and secure this around the edge. So we have the end of the rain stick secured with a rubber band, and now we're going to take some tin foil. I like to be pretty eco-friendly. Sometimes you just can't avoid using tin foil, but I actually wash mine and reuse it afterwards. So hopefully you guys are being eco-conscious, and if you have tin foil, just think about washing it next time. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut some strips of this foil. And then we're gonna create these kind of like spirals to go inside of the tube. So I'm just kind of folding it end to end. I think I'm gonna actually fold it in half one more time to make it a little thicker. And then I will create a little swirl. A little too long, so I'll cut some off. All right, it fits perfectly in there. I'm just gonna make a couple more of those. And this is so that when you pour in the corn kernels or rice or lentils, whatever you decide to use, it kind of creates a louder noise. And if you think about it, the rain stick is kind of meant to mimic the sound of the actual rain. So we want to make it as loud as possible. Just one more. I'm gonna do this one a little funky. Just maybe see if it has a different effect. Just kind of spiral it in there. Okay, so we've got a few pieces of tin foil. Let's see how that sounds. And I am going to go ahead and pour my kernels and my rice into the rain stick. Oh, that's such a cool sound already. Okay, let's see if that's good for now. Next step is just to go ahead and cut another circle. So I'm just gonna trace the circle that I used before to secure the opposite end. Now, I am a big flower person, so a lot of my garden right now is flowers, where the way my yard is situated, I don't get a ton of direct sunlight for where I can basically have like a garden bed. So I have flowers that I love, and they definitely are going to need this rain that we are going to summon with our rain sticks. So I'd love to know in the comments if all of you have flower gardens or vegetable gardens or maybe fruit trees. Possibly think about why else you might want the rain. Or do you just love to play in the rain? I know when I was younger, my siblings and I loved to play in the rain. We would throw mud pies at each other. And we had a trampoline, and we would put soap on the trampoline, and we'd slide around in our swishy pants and jump around, have fun. Okay, so I've got, looks like a cannoli. I don't know if you know what a cannoli is, but delicious dessert. So we've got both ends secured. So I'm gonna go ahead and test it out. Now, like I said before, hopefully you have a paper towel roll instead of a toilet paper roll, but the effect will be the same. So we're gonna tilt it. How cool is that? So kind of mimicking the sounds of rain. Now you can play with it, of course, since we're using rubber bands. You can take this end off. You can add more dried vegetables or rice or anything. You can take some out if you want. You can put more aluminum foil on the inside. But from here, all you need to do is decorate. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably use some paints, and then I think I'm gonna glue some beads on here, and then I will show you kind of what the end result is. So have fun with it.